Social media is like following a template. Social media tells you what to do. You don't just get up and say, okay, this is what I want to do. Social media teaches you a lot of strategy and structure that you can even pull into your personal life. First thing we know is that the world is going digital. People get information, people get everything they want from social media.
There's someone that has never used social media before and is about to start. What are 3 things they can do in order for them to actually boost their sales and their business?
Structure, system, soft skills. If you don't do that structure, along the line, you just feel confused. And as long as you're giving people value, you will definitely grow. You will definitely grow.
Precious OMOLU is the founder of The Growth Pen, a digital and writing agency. She currently serves as a senior writer at Pulse Nigeria, a LinkedIn strategist at Stump Global Solutions, and a digital consultant at TAF Media Group. Precious is passionate about storytelling, creativity, and digital innovation. Besides her professional pursuits, she also enjoys reading, watching movies, and experimenting with new recipes.
Social media. The past 10 years, it has blown and has turned into something no one would have thought it would have been today. And today we have someone who is pioneer in the business. She is someone who has taken strides and built communities that surround social media. She also has a community called The Growth Pen. And she's a digital genius. So I was just talking to her about it. We have with us today Precious OMOLU. Hi, Precious.
Hi.
We are honored to have you, ma. Sorry, we just say that we were honored to have you, ma.
To be here as well.
How have you been? How's life been? How's 2025 been so far?
It's been a journey, a lesson.
Yeah.
I've been learning a lot.
Yeah.
Lesson for execution. So more is coming.
Nice. So we're looking forward to all the things you have in store.
Yes.
Definitely. Cool. And how has social media been so far? That's your forte. That's where you thrive. That's where you dominate. That's where you also have your community.
Social media has been, I wouldn't say it's been simple, but it's been easy because social media is like following a template. Social media tells you what to do. You don't just get up and say, okay, this is what I want to do, right? But you just know with laid down templates, with insights and with strategies, it just teaches you. So I feel like social media teaches you a lot of strategy and structure that you can even pull into your personal life. And so it's been very interesting and challenging, but interesting regardless.
I like the fact that you said it's been interesting. So it's had its ups and downs, twists and turns.
Yeah.
How have you been able to utilize social media in order to build your brand's visibility and also with your expertise? How has social media been a very impactful tool for you?
First of all, the first thing we know is that the world is going digital.
Right.
The world is going global. We are leaving mainstream media to call social media. People get information, people get everything they want from social media. So with that, I would say that it is content consistency and trend relevance. If those two things, with social media, strategies always change. There are new things coming up. There's something you have to jump onto. But if there's something that I would say is constant, maybe a constant formula, is content consistency and trend relevance. It really, really does help boost credibility and increase visibility.
So how does one stay? Yes, we know that trend relevance is very important, but we all have we have our values. Yes. We have our system. So it's not every single trend that we'll definitely hop on.
Definitely.
It's not every single trend we would adopt. So how do you stay true to your brand and your core values as a woman of faith to ensure that you are still maintaining that standard despite the fact that the social media is changing every single day?
With social media, there's a whole community of people on social media that different people, just as it is in the real world, that different people on social media. So there's always knowing that there is a target audience for you. First of all, knowing that everybody cannot be your target audience. You know that thing that they say, everybody can't like you. Everybody can't be your friend. In the real world, that's how it is with social media. Not everybody will accept your messaging. And you just have to tell yourself that and tailor your messaging to your specific audience. And personally, known as a writer and a social media manager.
Yeah.
So how I intertwine my faith with that is sometimes I just like throw in a little. There's this thing I call love notes, Sunday love notes. I just throw it in so that I'll remind people that, oh, this is who I am.
Yeah.
This is who I am at the core, even though I stand for this in my career. And so I feel like with everything, like with whatever offering anybody has to give, as long as you have a particular conviction, there's still a way to tie it into what you give people, and then it just becomes like a beautiful package.
Packaged all in one, and then you're still ensuring that the package is what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
So how do you connect with your customers, which is because your customers are online?
Yes.
Your customers are online, your community is online, you know. How do you ensure that you build relationships with them even though you don't necessarily see them?
People want to feel like, people want to be seen. Yeah, people love it when they feel seen. So I respond to comments and DMs as fast as I can. Like I make, let me give an example. So last year, there was a particular event that we're trying to set up. And you know when you're running an ad and you're clearly, everything about what you're offering is on the ad, what to do, where to click, everything is there. But some people will still ask. Some people will still ask, what is this? Where is it? What do I have to do? How much is it? People will still ask. And sometimes, to be honest, it can get overwhelming. Like, it is there now, right? But
who puts it there?
but because people always want to have this personal touch, even if it's on social media. And so I respond to people's DMs, I respond to their comments. So most times, because this is so funny, I'm very bad with replying DMs on Instagram. So I just like reroute them to my WhatsApp, and so I just like build personal connection with them, make them like my community, my work friends or something. It's actually been good because people want to feel seen and they feel like, oh, she understands me, so I'll always come to her.
Let's even go into, because I'm sure people were maybe wondering what exactly we're talking about. Let's go into your business. Right. Let's go into your community and your business. Can you just share with us how it's been so far? What was your mission and what drive you to build the Growth Pen, the community that you're building, and also your digital marketing business as well?
The Growth Pen, I've always been that kid that loves to tell stories. When I was in high school, I would handwrite comic stories for my classmates, and they'll be like, when is volume 2 coming out? When is volume 3 coming out? And I've always loved like telling stories, and I think I got that from my dad because he was a Nollywood writer and director, so he passed it on to me.
That's on Gene.
So it truly started out as writing. I would speak to people that probably want to write their book and hear what they have to say and coach them on the journey, teaching them the ins and outs of storytelling, whether they are writing fiction or non-fiction. And as it is with everything, you just have to scale. And I said, okay, I like to say that the mantra I like to use, that words is the kingdom that I was built to reign in. So I'm with that, and I'm like, okay, there's something more. And words are very powerful. We use words to sell everything. And then I said, okay, let me think about brand strategy. That's what really made me go into this social media. And I said, okay, let me think about building brands, putting their messaging out there. And funny how I just started one content at a time, one call at a time. And it's been very wonderful seeing people's joy, seeing that they are not just this non-existent brand again. They're a brand that people can relate with, people can like call to. I had a client last December, and he was, when we got on a call after the event, he was so happy, and he was like, oh, we did this, we did that, and I was so happy. I was speaking to someone one day, and I called the name of the brand.
The brand.
I called the name of the brand, because I was like, oh yes, I saw that thing, you guys did that. And my client did not personally hear that, but the joy that, oh, you put out this thing and people already know your brand's name, it really gives me a lot of joy. And because I just believe that there are people, we all have offerings, we all have something to give, and it's so beautiful to see that people can actually give that, and I get to help doing that.
Can we dive into call to action? Because now we've built customers, we've built strategies, you have a brand, the importance of call to action and how exactly to build. Okay, I want to build a social media business today. I want to connect with my customers. I want to connect with them online. And in the midst of all the whole noise, how do I get their attention? How do I stand out?
Call to action isn't all you need to do to stand out, to be honest. It starts with creating a compelling narrative. Because when we're running ads, for example, there's something that we called segmented targeted audience. Like there's an audience for a particular brand, and this is where insights help us. I like to say that social media insights helps us with foresight, because we know what to do going forward when we pick what the insight says, and then your insight is showing you a demographic of probably 18 to 25, and then you know that we all have different interests. What interests that age gap might not be what we interest, say 28 to 25, 28 to 35.
Yeah.
So then you first of all know that this is your target audience, and you speak to them directly. Like I said, people like to feel seen, and then you create a compelling narrative that will now be your content. And from my experience, more often than not, human angle content perform better than either motion graphics or still graphics. People always relate to when a human being is telling them something, is talking to them. And then after you create a compelling narrative, then we can now say a call to action, a very strong call to action. And what a call to action does is that it builds that like urgency. The more I have to get this fast, and or maybe things like maybe get this vitamin C serum and it will clear your acne in 7 days. Or you say something like, say goodbye to dull skin now. Or you say limited offer available, things like that. Like, one thing I've come to realize with call to actions and also headlines, they work together, is that there has to be an element of a number and an element of there's something you are missing. Like, so just make them know that if you don't get this now, you're not getting it again. So your call to action has to actually create that urgency and make them think that is not enough scarcity, and then
Scarcity, like, they only have 5 left.
They only have 5
right now.
Right now, exactly. Even though sometimes
It's
most
50.
times it's 50. It's 50.
It's 50. Was part of branding. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, that tip with us. So what lessons can you share with us that you have learned, from past failures, from past mistakes, so someone on a similar lane doesn't have to make that same mistake?
While creating content, first of all, don't just look at everybody. Don't look at everybody. Understand that your messaging might be different from Mr. A's messaging. And so there are people who are actually in tune with the kind of message you want to put out there. So I would say study those people. Study to show yourself approved. And I would say this thing that Isaac Newton said, that if I've seen so far, is because I've stood on the show. Oh God, what's this thing called again?
Shoulder.
Exactly. Shoulders of giants. That's what he said. So it's not going into the social media business. Yes, there's creativity, but there's also a process of structure that has worked for people. And so you get that. You just have to get that and learn that for yourself. And check for insights. social media insights never lie. Data never lies.
Data never lies.
Data never lies. So
Data is your friend.
it's your friend, though. In this our time and age, data is your friend.
Yeah.
So check for insights. So for example, let me give an example. Say you post a 60 seconds video, and then you notice that the drop-off rate or the average watch time is 15 seconds. That means the drop-off rate of that video is high, because the drop-off rate means the number of times they are not watching this thing, the seconds they are not watching it is higher than the seconds that they are actually watching it. And so that informs you can say, okay, so next time maybe I can shorten what I have to say, break this 60 seconds video into 2 30 seconds video, and then I even have 2 contents already. So those things help. You check your reach, your saves, what people are saving more actually means what people are valuing more, so you could double down on that as well. So
we definitely have to go back and check our data in order to ensure that we are doing the right thing and giving the community the right things. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So looking back and looking into the future, what does success look like on me to you?
Success is living my rich life. Yes.
Rich life so far.
And then my rich life is purpose, abundance, and alignment. I'd want to do something that transcends me. There's a quote that I heard, and I think it's Beyonce that said it. She said she likes visiting the ocean because it makes her feel small. That it just makes her know that she's just one part of the earth. So I love to do something that transcends me. Purpose driven is not just about me. It's about people that will have impact. And alignments, because everything is hard. Really. You've been here since morning. Everything is hard, to be honest. It is. But when you're doing something that aligns with the core of who you are, it's easier that way. Even if it's hard, it's easier. So I do not want to live a life of punishment or a life that seems like I'm doing the rat race. So I love that I am in what I'm aligned with. And abundance, because my Bible even says money answers all things. So
I like that.
I would like to have money for the things that it will answer. So that's it for me.
Right.
Purpose, abundance,
and alignment. Nice. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So for somebody who has never, this is our final question. There's someone that has never used social media before and is about to start. What are 3 things they can do today in order for them to actually boost their sales and their business within the next 3 to 6 months that they can actually implement?
Structure, system, soft skills. So structure in the sense that because it's social media, it doesn't mean you don't plan. You have to have a clear workflow. This is the template I'm using on Monday. This is what I intend to do on Tuesday, depending on how many times the person wants to post, right? So that structure has to be there. For this month of May, this is my 30-day calendar. If you don't do that structure along the line, you just feel confused. And then systems, because like I've said, insights will never lie. Data, you just have to learn the data, study the data, and also have data driven decisions. Soft skills in the sense that no man is an island. Get to connect with genuine like-minded people who can help in any way or form, however it is for the person, paid or unpaid. And then leveraging technology. There's technology everywhere now, and it's good to leverage it for the right reasons. If you need to leverage scheduling apps and all that. And then there's this particular resource that I've found that is actually very wonderful. It's called answerthepublic.com. You just go into answerthepublic.com. It's like a research tool. It can help with content ideation, keyword research, and search engine optimization. And say you want to talk about a particular phrase, or even maybe money, maybe it's finance you're centered around. You just type in money or type in investment, and it will bring like thousands of questions that people are asking all over the internet. So you don't need to go and start looking for, it just brings it out for you. And then you can check the ones that are relevant to your demographics, like in Nigeria, research and answer the question. As long as you're giving people value, you will definitely grow. You will definitely grow.
You will definitely grow as long as you keep giving people value.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Honestly, where did the time go? Our conversation was so lovely. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll definitely love to have you again.
I'll definitely love to come and see you.
Thank you so much for joining us in today's episode. If you have 1 or 2 things that you learned, please drop it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share. Bye for now. Don't stop walking on your own lane.